On their way walking home, three girls were laughing and playing, hopping around and chatting about mochi trees. When they were about to pass the local street market, they stopped the girl with black pigtails, this being Tamako Kitashirakawa, saying farewell to Midori, a blonde-haired girl, and Kanna, a reddish-orange-haired girl. Tamako spins her baton in the air, only to have it rest on her head. Tamako happened to be looking at flowers at a local flower shop when a bird dives in at her, with her sneezing on the bird. She picks up the bird, and the bird happens to talk back to her, telling her she shouldn't be so enamored with him. The beast is thrown out of the shop by the girl. As she goes out of the store after the incident, the pigeon settles onto her head. The girl expresses regretting her outburst. Tamako notices Michizawa, and the two youngsters observe their fathers debating about their rival companies. With the two fathers fighting over Mochi's popularity, Tamako agrees with Mochizawa's father that she loves the new sign. Tamako's family sells mochi for a living. The two fathers accidentally knock over the bird. When Anko returns from kindergarten, she questions Grandpa about why their family owns a mochi shop. The old man answers her, but is perplexed by the girl's request that he call her An, despite the fact that he likes her birth name of Anko. The bird awakens and addresses the household, calling himself Dera Mochimazi, and him being a noble on the search for his royal highness. After losing consciousness, he claims that Tamako courted him when he awoke, sneezing on him. He explains that when a female sneezes on a male, it's a symbol of courtship. They are frightened by the bird's voice, making her father very angry by the fact that his name happens to have mochi in it. Dera wonders why this world is so strange, being different from his own, having not seen so many humans walking around. Anko and Tamako visit the bathhouse. An wonders if her sister will retain the bird, with Tamako not knowing yet. At the bathhouse, they meet Mochizawa, with the boy being embarrassed talking to Tamako, Mochizawa having a huge crush on the girl, with Tamako unaware of this. Tamako yells at him, telling him he better give her a birthday present this year, having not done so the previous years. When the girls walk into the local bathhouse, Dera is shivering, being very cold outside. Once inside the bathhouse, Dera is extremely enthusiastic, causing a ruckus wherever he goes, even creeping up on the girls when they're changing, causing Tamako to throw him back on the guy's side. The next day, the family is back working at their mochi shop, with Tamako singing her mochi song, and then a tin man. Then he tricks the human, telling him to open up the window so he may fly away. Tamako, Kanna, and Midori practice with their batons while eating mochi at the gym. On New Year's Eve, Tamako and her friends are debating on what to get her for her birthday. Tamako responds with a sign for their family business, surprising them. The girl praised Mochizawa's father for having their sign, describing it as very nice. Kanna adds that it was her father who placed it up there, and then a shuttlecock lands on her forehead in the middle of their chat, with it coming from Shiori by accident. Both parties express regret, with Midori blaming Tamako's forehead for getting in the way, with Kanna commenting on how the trajectory of the shuttlecock was really good, with the relation between the ball and her forehead. On the way to the music shop, Dera finds Tamako, asking her how her day went, and the two of them go inside where Tamako has been looking for the record her mom would sing her. Tamako has been coming to Mr. Kumio's record shop for years and hasn't been able to find it, spending a lot of time by herself here. Dera simply asked her, why hasn't she just asked her mother what song it was, and the room gets silent, with the bird not picking up on her subtle hints, but quickly understands, embracing the girl. Tamako reassures him that she's okay, telling him the reason she likes mochi so much is because her mother loved it, also because it's a family tradition. Time goes on, with it being New Year's Eve now, and the family is discussing what they're going to do for it, with it being the busiest time of the year for them. Dao agrees to this, but rather discuss the bird being here for quite a while, being overweight now, and also wanting to change his name from Mochi, taking the mochi out of it. Dera calls Anko by An, being the first person to actually listen to her and call her An. But this makes the girl cry, being because she finds the bird very creepy. Dera is too big, and now he can't fly anymore, and Dera walks in while they're working very hard for New Year's Eve, spouting out to the family that he must be leaving now, with him wanting to have a tearful goodbye, but Tamako is cheerfully fine, giving him a hot mochi for his journey. Dera eats it but then passes out. Mochizawa opens up a drawer filled with unopened presents for Tamako, and just picking one of them. The other market owners and Mochizawa come in to give Tamako a birthday present, to only walk in hearing her screaming for help, needing a doctor to save Dera. Dao tosses him upside down. Eyes shine that night, and he receives a message from a tan boy and girl. Tamako gets up and goes about her regular routine. As the bird observes her, Dare discusses his search for the Royal Highness over breakfast, being on the lookout for the future wife of his country's prince. Tamako wants to take him to the pet store because she thinks he's talking about a bird. She then tells her father that they need to start adapting to the times, wanting to sell an alternative mochi design for Valentine's Day. Her father, on the other hand, wants to preserve the traditions and flavor of mochi. Dare is perplexed as to what Valentine's Day is all about, to then watching TV to understand. A girl hugs Midori outside of the school, and she inquires as to what's going on with her, but the girl is simply saying she's sad that her boyfriend dumped her right before Valentine's Day. When Midori goes in to greet Tamako in class, she sees that she's making a special Valentine's Day mochi, with Tamako mentioning how everyone wants chocolate at this time. Midori gives her condolences, as it being very tough for her during this time. Kanna walks in looking drowsy, having stayed up all night to design her chocolate house for Valentine's Day. With Midori thinking this is going too far, away from the traditions, Tamako chimes in how this is pretty strange to her, with Midori receiving the most chocolate during Valentine's Day, receiving chocolate from both boys and girls, and the girls tease her, wanting to know her secret about how to charm both girls and boys, but still be single. The girl turns red, making her blush, then cry. Tamako and Kanna cheer for making her cry. Midori wants to know if Tamako is going to be giving out candy this year, with her not knowing yet. In the shopping district, Tamako notices that there aren't any signs for Valentine's Day, so she gets Mochi's out to help her liven up the market. The market vendors meet up to discuss the business and mingle amongst each other. Dao is shocked to hear that the kids have an idea, with the two of them presenting it in front of everyone, being very nervous during public speaking. When they calm down to discuss their idea, all the owners are on board, coming up with ideas to help along with this. The only one not on board is Dao, saying it has nothing to do with Mochi. Tamako calls him bald as he leaves. Soon after, Tamako dresses up as a Valentine's Day bunny, getting her friends to help out. Dao tries to be a Scrooge to escape the event, just to walk outside to see the entire shopping district on board with their Valentine's Day specials. Mochizawa wants to do a commercial to help out, with Midori being a side director, saying cut. While Tamako and Kanna dress up like bunnies, two girls are nervous on camera, unable to act normal, with Midori unable to help but laugh. Anko and the old lady Fumiko watch them. Midori's grandfather, Nobuhiko, sees this and asks her to appear in the commercial as well. The eccentric old man convinces her it's okay to open up to love, while Dara watching where her eyes are wandering off to when he says this. Dara gets in front of the camera, thinking this could be a way to find the prince, thinking that's what a commercial was all about. Kanna gets close and sneezes on him as well, making him think that she also wants to court him. Midori leaves and is unable to stay any longer. On the way out, Dara asked her to have a drink of coffee with him, telling her at the coffee shop that he knows, with Mr. Kunio making coffee and playing records to soften the mood. When Tamako gets home, her father is unable to express his feelings, but shows her the Valentine's Day mochi that he made her, calling them Love Love Heart Mochi, with the girl laughing, but the two were able to make up. Mochizawa is having a hard time using the old man Choji's projector, wanting to show the commercial. Dara is curious, and he pokes one in the projector, making his eyes glow, showing the commercial, with everyone in disbelief of how he's doing this. During this, Kanna leans in on Midori, telling her it's okay for people to like whoever they want to like, with her also knowing her secret. After the commercial, everyone cheers, liking how well it turned out, but soon Dara gets another message from a tan boy and tan girl from months ago. Midori is walking to school, and Tamako catches up to her. Tamako tells her that she gave her father chocolate again for Valentine's Day, wondering if one day they'll have the courage to give chocolates out to the person they really like. The two girls stare at each other, with Midori telling her that'll never happen for Tamako, running to school. And this is where we're going to leave off for today, with this anime being broken down into several parts. Now, if you like what you saw here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading more videos just like this one, so I'll see you next time.